welcome back to the Salty Vapor. It has been a long time since I've done a video. I do apologize to all of you about that. The iMovie had some bugs in it and was preventing me from uploading things to YouTube. And the process for doing it without iMovie was fraught with problems and disasters. So I just took a little break until Apple got it fixed. They got it fixed a couple of days ago, and so I am back to review some new products for you. Some of the things that I had on tap, I will probably let go because they're now somewhat dated. But I do have plenty of new products to get to review for you folks. Let me get a drink of Pepsi Max here. So yeah, plenty of new stuff to review, including this guy, the Snow Wolf 200 watt box mod with temperature control, and it's made by a company called Lysimo in conjunction with Asmodus distribution. It is the Snow Wolf, and that's what we'll be looking at in today's review. Let me turn it on here. Sorry, I 5-clicked it off. There we go. Have a quick vape there. You can get this device at Element Vape, where it is at a very good price right now at $109.95. Excellent price for a 200 watt mod of any kind, but especially one with temperature control. So Element Vape is a good place to get it. It's widely available, pretty much anywhere. I picked mine up at a brick and mortar in Dayton, Ohio called Vaper House, and I paid a little bit more, but again, local brick and mortar, get it in your hands right away, sort of thing. So product info. The Snow Wolf 200 watt box mod is one of the best variable wattage devices that comes with temperature control on the market, with its power that can go up to 200 wattages. I think they mean watts. It has the ability to handle low resistance RDA builds and sub-ohm tanks with resistance as low as 0.05 ohms, exclamation point. Looking at some details, introducing the Snow Wolf 200 watt box mod, a high wattage device that comes with great power and excellent performance. The body is beautifully designed that features stainless steel body with a glass front and back cover. I believe the back cover is plastic. I believe the front cover is glass. Importantly, the Snow Wolf has temperature control feature that is compatible with Kanthal and nickel wire coils. That is inaccurate. I don't know what Element Vape means by that, but the temperature control feature is compatible with nickel wires. Kanthal, it is not temperature controlled via Kanthal at all. It is compatible with Kanthal, but compatible in the wattage mode, not the temperature control mode. The Snow Wolf 200 watt box mod has the ability to handle extremely low resistance atomizers as low as 0.05 ohms, and 2.5 ohm is the highest. This is really poorly written description and information here. For more convenience, the back cover is magnetic for easy switching out of batteries, and that is very true. Very nice, nice strong magnets holding this back door on. But again, that's something we'll take a look at when we go up close. So the temperature control is adjustable from 212 degrees to 662 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 to 350 Celsius, or centigrade, as our friends in the United Kingdom would say. Output wattage is 5 watts to 200 watts. And this is a distinction here. The output wattage is certainly 5 watts to 200 watts, but above 150 watts, it does go into pulse width modulation, and so really for DC current, you're looking at 5 to 150, and then the last 50 degrees there is in pulse width. So keep that in mind. Output voltage 0.5 volts to 7 volts. Atomizer resistance 0.05 ohms to 2.5 ohms. Very low resistance there with to support nickel coils, basically, which tend to be very low. Stainless steel body, glass front and back cover. I don't think the back cover is glass at all. I believe it's plastic. I believe the front cover is glass. Some people have said it is Gorilla Glass. Not sure. Has a display screen. Dual 18650 batteries, not included. 510 threaded connection. Spring-loaded 510 pin. Magnetic battery backdoor. Low voltage protection. High voltage protection. Low resistance protection. Overheating protection. Short circuit protection. Reverse battery protection, and Kanthal and nickel wire compatible. Your package comes with your box mod, user manual, and a gift box, whatever the heck that means. This gift box, the box that it comes in, I guess, is the gift box. But really strangely written description here on Element Vape, but again, nice price. It's in stock. I think at this point it would be good for us to go down up close, do some unboxing, and take a look at this Snow Wolf in all of her glory. So see you in one moment. Here we are down and dirty with the Snow Wolf 200 watt box mod by Lysimo and Asmodus. You can see this is how it comes packaged with the let me adjust my focus a tad here, make it a little crisper. So yeah, the Snow Wolf 200 watt temperature control box mod comes in a nice beefy package, which we will open here. You see it comes with the typical Asmodus stuff, the Asmodus distribution card, a license agreement, and blah blah blah. Warranty, your warranty card, 30-day, has a 30-day warranty, which not too impressive, but then you get also a user manual, which is somewhat helpful to get you started. We'll cover a lot of this in the review, and then of course you get your box mod, which was originally wrapped in plastic and didn't have atomizer scuffs. Which is a drawback, by the way. You will get some scratching there. Now you could buff it out, obviously, but your atomizer will leave some scuffs. Another negative is that it is an absolute fingerprint magnet to the max. Both the plastic and glass covers here, as well as the stainless steel, all attract severe fingerprint business. So you'll see the startup screen there, Lysimo, and there we are on the home screen. Very, very simple. Getting my focus just right. So the home screen is very, very simple. You'll see here we have, and I'll just use a pencil. You have down here, you have your temperature, you have your battery life, you have your ohms in this area here, and then your voltage here, and then your wattage over here. Simple. Let's plug a temperature control atomizer on here just to take a look and see. This is a Subtank Mini. with the temperature control head. So you can see the action on the menu screen here. When you press the button like so, it will realize the temperature control. It will only, and then you can adjust from there once it reads. Now sometimes it will ask you, let's try this again real quick. Sometimes if you press this while it doesn't have an atomizer, it'll kind of reset itself, and then when you put your new atomizer on, you will get this message. New atomizer, you click plus for yes. So we click that, we click plus, hold down the button, it will read it as a temperature controlled coil. It is working. From here you can adjust your temperature again. Your temperature ranges from 212 to 662 Fahrenheit, and you can just scroll through there. Cotton supposedly burns about 420. I found that for me, for temperature control, where I get a good vape at is around 500 degrees, but you can kind of fine tune that yourself. So yeah, working like a charm on that one. Again, that's in temperature control mode, and that's with the Subtank Mini. It's sort of difficult because of the glare on the screen for you to see that the ohms and such up there. But there is, again, where I pointed out up on this side of the screen, your ohms and your voltage will display only when you press the button down. And again, you can see that as it works up to your temperature. Simple. So that's temperature control mode. Now let's take a look at it in wattage mode. I will screw on my Aeolus here, which has a couple of dual Clapton coils, UD wire coils on there, which I'll be reviewing that UD Clapton wire in an upcoming video. But so new atomizer, yes or no? Yes. Now here's where there is a trick to this. Now if you get one of these, you might think your atomizer isn't working appropriately or broken or something, and it's not. But when you put a new Canthal build atomizer on, you have to hold down the button for a few seconds until that temperature starts flashing. You see that it goes away, and then at that point it knows it's a Canthal coil, and you can set your wattage. You can use your up and down buttons to set your wattage. It thinks initially that everything is a temperature coil until you fire it for a few seconds. I was a little confused that they don't make that clear in the instruction manual at all, and so when I first got this, I was a little confused. And it is a drawback. It is a few seconds that you have to wait before you can vape. But that's my build on that. You can see my cotton's a little dry there. So time to juice that up a little bit, which I will do momentarily. But essentially looking at the rest of the mod, you have some branding here. Snowwolf 200 watt on the one side. You have your buttons on the other side with your fire button, your up button, your down button, plus minus, whatever you want to call it. Got some venting on the bottom. You've got your 510 connection, which is a beefy, nice, sturdy 510 connection. No issues there. On the back here, you have your battery door, which is held in place with three beefy magnets up here. You have these two, and then the one on this corner, and then you have a blank corner there that does not have a magnet, but I assure you those magnets are plenty strong enough to hold this baby in place. You can see the interior of the mod there, nice and clean. I have no intention on taking these screws out and messing things up in there, but I know other reviewers have, and it is very clean as well behind this plastic. Um, so that's probably about good as far as the up close goes. Let's go back up top, talk about it, vape on it, talk about some pros, some cons, some final recommendations. See you in one moment. Welcome back up top, folks. Back with the Snow Wolf 200 watt box mod. A couple of things that I forgot to mention in the up close. You to lock this, you click it 5 times, and it will lock. You click it again, and then click it another 5 times to unlock it. And you can toggle back and forth between wattage and temperature control by holding down the plus and minus buttons. So that will get you to wattage, that will get you to temperature, and so on. So and it'll automatically again read which is which when you're in Canthal mode and you fire it for a few seconds. Like you do have to fire it for that few seconds for it to read your Canthal build, though, when you first put a Canthal build on, or after it's been setting for a while. The build really has to cool down and everything before it will forget that it's Canthal. Once you get it set, you can generally vape on it. And if you're chain vaping, it's not going to lose the setting or anything just after it's been off for a while. So, and another thing, it will lock after 30 minutes of non-use. But with that, let's talk about some pros and some cons and my final recommendations on the product. Pros: it has a very sturdy build, nice stainless steel. I've heard Gorilla Glass here on the front. I believe this back is a poly material of some kind. These definitely aren't the same materials. And this is definitely a glass material of some kind, and this is definitely a poly material of some kind. But again, it feels just very, very sturdy in the hand. It is heavy. If you don't like heavy mods, this may not be the one for you. But it has a nice, sturdy, well-built feel in the hand. The battery door is very, very secure with those magnets. The buttons are nice and clicky. Nice feedback on the buttons. Has a very simple, easy to use display menu system. It feels nice in the hand. Has the battery venting on the bottom there. Nice clean internals. And those are pretty much the pros. The cons, and these are all relatively minor and relatively subjective, but they are things that I should mention. It does lock after 30 minutes, and you have to 5-click it back on, which might be a con for some people. Doesn't really bother me a whole lot. It takes a few seconds of firing it to get it to read a Canthal build. Again, that we talked about that before. It wants to begin everything in temp control mode, which is actually kind of handy, because if it automatically started in wattage mode, you would fry lots of your nickel coils. So So it begins everything in temp control mode. After you push your fire button for a few seconds, the temperature will go blank and it will read it as a Canthal coil. Um, but that is a negative. You do have to fire it for a few seconds before you can vape when you have a Canthal build on. It is a major fingerprint magnet, possibly among all the major mods, possibly the most fingerprinty mod out there. But nevertheless, that's again very subjective. Lots of people will not be bothered by that. I'm not terribly bothered by that. I don't think about it on a regular basis until I'm doing something like a review video. And a final con, it does not have resistance lock for your temperature control. So the resistance does tend to jump around. Sometimes you get a little bit of a cool vape. Once it gets kind of set, like it will vape steadily. But I found that at least with my builds versus the pre-built coils are a bit more stable. I've been using a twisted nickel Canthal build, and it's relatively stable, but it will jump around a bit. So so that might be a con if you're a temp control enthusiast, that it does not have resistance lock. But you know, depending on how you build, you may or may not need that resistance lock. So would I recommend this? I would. It's for $109. I mean, take temp control completely away, and I would still recommend it. But it does have that added function that it will accept temp control coils. Again, that's just icing on the cake. For $109, a 200 watt box mod, really 150 watt DC current box mod that's well built, that's clean, that's easy to use, that's well put together, that has a nice secure battery door, dual 18650, nice battery life. Just so many positives with this, and so many things that make it, you know, a better mod than something like the IPv4 or some other mods. So it's just kind of a step above, but nearly the same price point as some other mods. So a good buy, a good mod, highly recommend it. Again, has a very nice price on Element Vape, but widely available at other places. So thanks for joining us here on the Salty Vapor. I will see you next time. Not sure what we're going to review yet. We're probably from here on out going to just kind of play it by ear, and we'll review things as they come up in my queue. But I don't want to advertise the wrong thing and then have to backpedal. So we'll see you next time on the Salty Vapor. I hope to get another video up in the next couple of days. But again, thanks for joining us, and see you next time. Bye.